listening to The Nasty Table, the premier source for tabletop role-playing actual play. Now come on in, relax, and pull up a seat to The Nasty Table. Last time on The Nasty Table.
Doty's fucking metagun. Am I filing my findings? At this point, I have to understand why.
You're fighting some ghosts.
Why? Why me? What do you mean? Why? Why? Why is this case important? What happened in there then?
Do you think we all got that?
But what you're saying doesn't make any sense. Explain it to me.
You've already stuck your neck out, man. What's gonna happen when they find out?
I don't know who they is.
Okay, back the body.
Why do you want to help us then?
Because I trust you.
Not that many people trust us right now, Davy. Thank you.
Alright. Gather round, children. Let's get this gravy train rolling. Here's a quick session. Recap the last session for me.
I don't think... This is just a theory. I don't think that people came to his house. I think he went to them.
Oh, yeah.
And then they brought him back.
Mm-hmm.
And that's when they killed him.
Yeah, especially his last message.
So who's to say, as of right now we don't know, he could have picked one off. We just don't know about it.
Mm-hmm.
He went to kill them.
His drawing seems like a plan.
He went to kill them. He could have gotten at least one of them.
It does look like a plan.
You know?
Yeah, I like that
We don't
blood.
know what kind of vision he was having too. He could have been having a vision that was like, you're gonna kill one of these people.
Yeah.
Like, it was like
Yeah,
it
he
was,
might have
it
known,
was for certain. Some.
That's
shit
why I was
about to go
wondering
down.
about the bullet. Like, I was wondering, like, if it was like a shotgun where you just load like 6 of them in there. Like, was there like
That-
2 more in there still or something like that? Like, if we
Did he
checked
only
ammo.
have shotguns?
He only had
So-
shotguns.
Seems weird. Well, I mean, I guess.
But
you
was
could
there
run
other
with
type?
shotguns.
There was only shotgun shells too. There was no other time.
No. There were 2 different kinds of shotgun shells. There was 12 gauge and 410.
No other ammo.
Nope. And none of the shotguns were pump action or held a capacity over 2. They were all double barrels or over unders or single shots.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
But
still, he
you
might
was-
have popped one.
Yeah, you assume he's going to kill somebody. He's bringing his gun.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like that blood in the back of the car, right? Maybe that was... Was he wounded? Other than, you know...
Yeah, he
the
was
head?
bruised and shit.
Well, yeah, so he was bruised, but...
I don't
Was
think there
there-
was any lacerations.
Not visible, no.
Okay. So, not his blood. Right. Well, unless it was his face. And then he blasted that part off.
Yeah, no, that.
You know?
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was wondering too.
Yeah, somebody hits him in the head once.
Yeah.
Bust him
But
open.
it could be. It could be someone else's blood because, well, Davy did say that he didn't think that this happened there.
In the car, yeah.
So he could have been in this warehouse,
Yeah, he could've, yeah.
gotten hit, drugged, sedated, knocked out, whatever
Yeah.
it is. Taken back to his house, bled a little bit in the car ride.
There were no bullet holes in the car.
Nope.
We gotta find out about this Becker, because what if, like, this was, like, I know it kind of seems like his buddy and then not his buddy and shit, but, like, what if Becker, maybe Becker wasn't there. What does that line say?
Either
Like,
way,
I'll do it
Becker is
myself
somebody
type?
that we need to figure out.
He definitely
About-
has information.
Yeah.
Because he was the other guy.
If
he
he's
said that
alive.
when he got back into this 2 years ago, he was like, gonna call Becker. He's gonna be pissed. And it seems like almost like that they were like together.
Yeah.
From my understanding, it's like they researched this together, but it's a fucked thing. They both got out of it. Weissclay's like, hey, we're getting back into this shit. And then they kept meeting up, but they were disagreeing about like specific points. And then Clay just took it fucking way too far
Yeah.
and was in a very emotional state. So he could very well be dead, but
Yeah. Like,
there's also a good chance he's just sitting in his house. Do we think that they're that dumb Like whoever staged this, that they're that dumb? Or do they just think we're that dumb? Or is this staged this way intentionally, once again? It seems like they definitely didn't find his journal, though. That's one thing that I feel like we have ahead of them.
All right, well, maybe we might know something that they thought we did not know.
Yeah. Yeah,
Right?
that's what I was trying to get
It's
about.
the most plausible, like, mishap.
They
Brain blast.
literally fucking brain blast. I forgot what I was gonna say.
No.
Just like, they fucking. Okay. In the coffin, there was a fucking note that said, "Lawman, we fucking know what you're doing. We're not stupid, and we know you're onto us. Fuck you." And then at the same time, in this bedroom, they really think we're stupid enough to buy this. They know that we know. Why the fuck did they do this?
Why'd they set up Bobby's apartment?
Exactly. At the time when we were looking through Bobby's apartment, maybe they just didn't think we were onto it like that. So then they covered it up.
Okay.
But now it's like they know that we know
That they know
that
that
they
you
know that. Yeah. So
Maybe-
and we know that they know that we know that they know. So
They don't know
They-
that you know that they know that we know.
Wait,
So do they know that we?
so maybe the whole. So you're trying to figure out, like, what's their ultimate play here? By
Why
leaving
did
it
they
like
do
this?
that? Because they know we're not that stupid at this point.
So maybe they said it was Nick or Mike that said this is the perfect opportunity for us to use this as a case closed kind of thing. So maybe this is their bait to get us to latch on off the books.
To
That's not a bad theory.
Right?
That's not a bad theory.
Like, all right, let's do this. Like, let's.
That's actually
oh, like they're
solid.
like, oh, you want to play, motherfuckers? Let's
No,
play?
it's like a you
You want to take this shit on? Like, you want to try this? Like, all right, like you
Let's
can
do
you
it
could do
then.
this right now. Like, you could say this was the reason, and then you could just come at us
Yeah.
and try it.
Yeah.
Or they're giving us. We know that you're after that press or everything. We know you're too far in over your head. You end it here, and we go our separate ways, and we keep killing fucking kids, and you get your murders solved.
And yeah, and we would be rewarded for closing
Absolutely.
such a case.
Yep. It's like
That's a-
Dan,
that's a-
it's
that's
like
a
Dan
solid
Winter's
theory.
gift.
That's because I couldn't wrap my head around why the fuck they would do this. I think that's the most plausible theory at this point.
Yeah.
God damn. All right, so then we're dealing with somebody that's pretty smart.
Yeah, you are. My name's Joe Campo. What the fuck? What's up?
Stop it! This is a fake character I have in my head, Joe.
So, with Caleb and Jerry making their way with a metal detector to Weiss Clay's house in order to sweep the backyard, and perhaps more, our other pair of detectives, or detective and sergeant, are making their way to the morgue to speak with Davy Jones. At this point in time, we're pushing at around like 5:45. An hour 15 left in your shift. You guys, Ray and Roy, you're currently driving. Make your way through the streets and end up at the morgue.
You ready?
Yeah, I got canisters in the back. Grab one or two of them. I'll grab the rest.
Sure.
We bust on in.
Make your way in. So this front area is like there's a desk that's set up as reception, but it's currently unmanned. But you walk in and it doesn't take long before like these kind of like you know the doors into like a back of a grocery store kind of slam open and Davy Jones walks out. He's now, when you saw him prior, he was wearing more like casual clothes. Now he's got like a coat on, like a lab coat on, and he's wearing gloves and takes his gloves off and looks up at you guys.
Got these canisters of film. Whenever you're at a good stopping point with your work.
Yeah, I can stop now. See what I can do.
Alright, cool.
I set up a station over there, one of the other rooms, so we can actually do this right. How many canisters do you have?
I think we have 3 total, right?
Yeah, 3. Actually, call it 4 now.
Okay.
All right. You guys want to hang out while I do it?
Sure.
Yeah, I'd like to I'll be in the room with you. It's nothing against you. Again.
That's fine. Just don't, fuck up what I'm doing.
Yeah, I got you. I won't get in your way.
He sticks his hand out for the canisters.
I just walk into the room. Whatever room.
Walk past him.
Yeah.
The doors open and you can see the actual morgue, and you see the body that you were just with on the like a tray, like a rolling tray, cut down the midsection, tools kind of laid out, all bloodied. Davy walks in behind you and makes his way towards another set of doors that's farther back, opens it up, and then there's like a side door off to the right, opens it up. It's kind of like a closet, but it's pretty spacious in here, more like a storage area. There's a red bulb that's been plugged into the ceiling, and he opens it, steps in. There's a couple of trays that are set up, almost like paint roller trays. All sorts of different chemicals kind of set up, and there's a few different bottles of liquid that are on the table.
Alright, so once three of us get in there, close the door, I want to put the canisters on like the open table and then say, alright man, have at it.
Okay. He makes his way over.
Can I also do like just a very brief check? I mean, I know you said we're in like a closet.
Yeah.
Like, we're not in like a surveilled type of anything.
No, it doesn't seem to be.
Okay. Yeah.
Thanks, though.
How's on these things?
So, he opens up one of the things of film and starts going through the negatives. This was the one that you got back from Minneapolis. So they sent you back the developed pictures, but also the negatives as well. He stops what he's doing, and he taps on the negative, and he says, these negatives are damaged. At least these couple of pictures here.
I grab that canister back and I look at them with Roy. This is all from the storage locker, right?
Yep.
Can't say I'm surprised, honestly.
Well, at least it's not stuff they didn't know.
Yeah.
Stuff that we said at the press conference really happened, so I guess it's not the worst thing that could have happened.
That's right.
I didn't say there wasn't a chance I could fix him. It looks like someone applied ink to him, so there is a picture down there. It just, there's not a high chance for me to do it, but I might be able to.
Alright, well listen, if you can't do anything, it's no worries. We know what's going on.
Do you want me to try?
Yeah. Why not?
Okay.
They're already wrecked, right?
Yeah. Could you get me there's a jar of cotton swabs on my desk. Should be right in that other room.
Yeah, you wanna hang here?
Sure. Yeah.
I go grab them.
Mm-hmm. Grab them, bring them back. Davy's setting up some other chemicals. You come back in. Puts his hand out for the jar. Grabs them, takes the top off, takes out some cotton swabs, and he starts working. It looks like he's trying to remove something from the negatives. You're not entirely sure of the process or what's going on. But as he's doing it, he's talking, he says, it looks like that some sort of dark screen printing ink was applied. Someone put it on in a couple of layers. So it makes it look like when the picture gets developed, it's all white. But these pictures weren't like that originally. He keeps going.
Checks out.
Yeah.
No, there's nothing I can do. No, these are ruined. Sorry.
It's alright. Just you can keep them with the canister. Just throw them in there.
I can develop the rest of these though.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be a problem, but it's going to take me a couple hours.
Alright, yeah. That's fine.
And he starts going through the process of developing the pictures.
Alright. We're just hanging out.
So, my other set of detectives, Caleb and Jerry,
Unless you want to ask him something, we could think about it.
you guys are making your way back to Weiss Clay's house.
Mm-hmm.
Time does pass, and eventually you do get there.
I get out and take out the metal detector. And
Just a little.
the shovel.
Yeah,
Walk to the backyard.
doesn't look like a bad time. I mean, if you want to give it a shot, I think I should keep guard at least if one detective doesn't have his hearing.
Alright. Can I just like peek through the window and just check the tape?
Yeah, it looks like it's still in place.
Okay. Start metal detecting the backyard.
Start metal detecting.
Detecting metal. Trying, at least.
Roll search for me. And what are you doing, Caleb?
I got the shovel in one hand and just following around, listening out.
28 on a 65.
28 on a 65.
Yeah.
10 minutes go by, you're sweeping. 20 minutes, you get a ding. You start digging, Caleb?
Yeah, if he points to it.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you were going to do the noise.
Beep, beep, beep. Stick the spade in, pull it up. Looks like it's a rusty nail. Keep sweeping.
Yeah.
You want to go over it again? Just make sure.
Yeah.
It was just the rusty nail.
Motherfucker.
Another
Thought I solved the puzzle.
Another 10 minutes go by. 20 minutes. At this point, you're pushing almost like an hour. Davy's still developing the pictures by this time as well. You get another ding.
Beep. 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 You're up.
Wait, before I do that, does the grass look any different where I'm about to dig?
True.
Yes. A little bit.
Did I notice it looking different with the nail?
No.
Okay.
When I say different, I mean the grass is mostly uniform. Like I mentioned, there's a couple of these piles of snow that are kind of laid around, but in this particular area on the second beep, it's almost... How do I say this? It's more sparse where the grass is.
Mm-hmm.
It's not as thick.
Okay. Start digging.
Start digging. Go down maybe a couple inches, nothing, another few inches, and you can feel the tip of your spade hit something hard. Not large, but hard.
Try to dig around it. Give it
around.
a nice...
We have 2 shovels. Can I help?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Start getting through there, and you're using the metal detector to try and pinpoint it exactly.
Being pretty careful if I'm thinking this is a
Yeah.
relic,
Okay.
by the way.
Yeah. Takes you a little
Try
bit
and
of
dig
time.
around it.
There is something in there, and you can see it now. It is flat, oval shaped. Think like an ellipse, almost like a flattened penny. You know, when you put the pennies in that machine and you roll it out like that. A little bit bigger than that, a little bit thicker than that as well. But it looks like it's made of metal, and it is carved with some sort of insignia.
Can I brush off the dirt?
Yeah, brush it off.
Nothing I can read right now.
No, there's nothing on this other than just like this almost.
How big is it?
Probably put it at about the size of.
It's like a tin type thing?
I'm trying to think of something that's about the same size. Like about like that big. What would you say?
It's tiny.
No.
Maybe even smaller than that. Like about that.
Okay.
Like a Snickers bar.
Yeah.
About like half a Snickers bar. But it's flat and carved into it like almost like if you were to take a
Is it metal?
like a pointed stake and a hammer to kind of carve it into it. Like you can see the individual beats of each press of the hammer hit. Yes, it is metal. And it has this insignia that's kind of carved into it.
And we don't recognize it?
You do not, but I will give it to you. You may actually recognize it. Carved into it. So like I mentioned, this object is longer than it is tall. So this whole symbol is carved into it.
Oh.
That's in the back.
It's not a dog tag, right?
It's in the
No,
back.
it is not.
Yeah.
That's in 3 spots on that.
Is it the same one, though?
Yeah, that's the same fucking thing.
Yeah, but I'm saying, is it the same one drawn on?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
It's small,
Green.
almost like a coin.
Sauron.
Green.
You're not sure.
It's the eye. No, yeah, it is 3 times. Anything underneath of this?
Dig farther.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Okay.
Is this something I can open?
No, it's flat. Like imagine.
Just a thing.
How do I say? I'm trying to. Maybe I'm not explaining this well enough. Imagine like an ingot of metal, like just a solid chunk of metal. It's basically just a piece of metal that's been flattened and shaped into this oval-shaped object. And it's maybe about like 4 inches long, 2 inches wide at its farthest.
Try to dust off the engraving part of it the most I can, and throw it in an evidence bag.
Okay.
And then if Jerry's going back to metal detecting,
Yeah, can I check the rest?
Mm-hmm.
I want to go and look for similar spots in the grass if I can try to find that.
Okay. Yeah, you roll search as well. You're about maybe like 3/4 of the way done this whole yard, but go ahead and you're continuing.
Yeah, and going back over the areas that he metal detected if it's not something with metal. 40 on a 42.
You don't find any other discolorations or differences in the grass in this area. And you guys have searched this backyard extensively. So when I say that area was a little bit different, it was like a little bit different. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So there's no glaring differences. Another 30 minutes go by and you finish and you feel like you have swept the entire backyard with the metal detector.
Okay.
Can I know this hole that I made. Can I dig a little bit deeper in this hole that I made earlier? The original hole? The original hole, yeah.
Yeah, you can start digging.
Yeah.
About a foot down.
Hmm.
I want to help.
Yep. You guys dig it out pretty far and you don't feel like there's anything else down there.
Okay.
Was the original hole dug about as deep as we had to dig for that?
Yes.
Fuck.
Okay. Well, there's something somewhere then.
Yes. Indeed.
Yeah, bury both of those holes back up again.
Okay.
And I have nothing else here.
Yeah.
So about an hour has gone by with Davy Jones, maybe a little bit more. Anything that you guys say to him during that time? He mostly is just working vigilantly.
Can I say that as he's developing the pictures, I want to like kind of keep my eyes over his shoulder, not because of like just to be precautious, but to learn like if there's anything I could pick up on how to do this myself.
Do you ask him to explain the process?
Yeah.
Yeah? How do you say it? What do you say?
Davey, by the way, while you're doing it, you mind if I kind of, watch as you do it and you can kind of talk through the steps so I know how to do it on my end. We only got one guy that knows how to do this. So.
Sure. Yeah, I'll explain a little bit.
Sure.
And he walks you through the steps. Dip it in this, dip it in that, let it dry out, put it up top. Most of this is done without the red light on because there's another light bulb in there. But when it's time for the pictures to dry, he flips on the red light bulb. And so there's a decent amount of them that are drying. You got to understand, you got maybe about like 100 pictures here. This is going to take him a while. He's done maybe about a quarter of the batch, maybe about 1 canister. And they're drying. And so as they're drying, he says, so this is that first canister. The rest are going to take me about as long, and they're going to take some time to dry too. But because he went through that process with you, please add a new skill.
Let's go.
Give yourself craft photography and put 3 points into it.
Sure.
No, you know what? Don't make it 3. I'm going to roll for it.
All right.
You might get 4. You know what? We'll do a 1d6. Fuck it. Who gives a shit?
I'm going to get 1.
3. It's 3.
Oh. Nice. Okay.
So about when would the first batch be done drying?
Should take about 2 hours. Might not be able to get all these done by tonight, but I'll try to do as much as I can.
Yeah, I mean, I'll probably just hold on to the other 3 canisters, and we'll just hang out here until these dry, at least as quick as we can, and then we'll just grab them and go.
Well, I can start working on these ones now.
I'd rather not leave them here overnight.
No, I'm saying, like, while these are drying, if you want to hang out for 2 hours. You know what? Fuck it, Ray. Whatever. Go. Go. Get out. Go.
Okay.
Are we taking Everything? We got pictures here sitting waiting to dry.
Oh, I know. I'm gonna wait until these are dry.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how long until they'll be dried?
2 hours.
Oh.
Oh yeah, I don't give a fuck. I'm not leaving the picture.
I'm not telling you to leave.
Oh,
I'm just saying I can start working on the second batch now.
Then you're gonna have to leave them to dry overnight, right?
I'd have to leave them to dry for 2 hours. That's how it works. You asked me to do this. You remember that?
How long are you here till, Davey?
I'm sorry. I'm not trying to get testy with you. I just want to convey to you that I don't want to leave these pictures unattended for even a moment. So if that
unattended
means
from you or unattended from me?
myself,
Okay,
it's nothing against you. It's just
it's fine.
where we're at now.
Okay, it's fine. Sorry, Roy, what did you say?
Are you still on the clock?
Only for another... He checks his watch. 15, 20 minutes.
Does he look tired?
No, he doesn't. Roll human intelligence.
37.
Mentally, but not physically.
Okay. We can just pick it up tomorrow morning. Right. We can sit and wait and let these dry. Pick it up tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
So are you guys staying for the full 2 hours?
Yeah, he's my ride, so yeah, I'll
Yeah.
stay too.
But he can bounce if he. We're done, right?
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out time. Hold on. So, like... What did I say?
5:45.
5:45, and then about an hour went by after that. 5:45 is when you guys first got here. About an hour went by. So yeah, it's like 6:45, almost 7.
Okay. I step outside and I whistle for my horse. I'm just playing. All right, I walk back in. My horse doesn't show up, I guess. Yeah, I'll stay with you, Ray. It's no big deal.
Okay. So what are you guys doing, Caleb and Jerry?
Get back to the station.
Yeah.
Making your way back to the station. And it's easy enough to get there. You guys leave. You guys put this thing that you found in an evidence bag?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Thing.
All right. Making your way back to the station. And you pull up.
Okay. I'm gonna walk in, head downstairs.
Walk in, head downstairs. Longo's not there.
I'm gonna look at. Do we have maps, or I guess if we have his maps of Chicago?
Yeah.
City itself. Look for the area Hyde Park.
Yeah, it's easy enough to find it.
Mm-hmm. Any universities are in there?
University of Chicago.
University of Chicago. There a way for me to find out-of-state phone numbers for like a big school like that?
It would take you a little bit of time, but there would probably be some resource available.
Are they the same time zone as us?
Yes.
Would I think that anybody would be there at 7 o'clock at night?
Probably, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Call them up when I get that number.
Yeah. So I imagine that there is, particularly because it's a university, it's not a business, and it's a well-known university at that. It's easy enough to probably in some atlas book or some map to find phone number for the University of Chicago. You give them a phone call, and a receptionist picks up. University of Chicago.
Hi. Do you have a professor directory?
Yes, we do.
I was looking if I could talk to anybody under the last name Becker.
Becker. Yeah, give me one moment.
All right, thank you.
Yes, Professor Becker. Would you like me to transfer you over to him?
Can I have the number, full name?
Sure. Bastian Becker. And then she gives you a phone number. That's a direct line. She says, that's a direct line to his office.
Hang up.
You hang up. Okay.
Nice.
Then I want to go through and look at any of the reports. I mean, from January 9th, 8th and 9th, and then November 19th and 20th, two separate look-throughs. And I mean, look through everything, but I know there's going to be a lot of reports between 4 days in a big city. Obviously, anything with anybody under any name that we have come across. anything to do with any of the locations that we've been to before.
Okay.
Mhm.
So you take some time to
Or
do
any
that
particularly violent crimes.
on and around those dates?
Yes.
Push it out like 2 days?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and it takes you some time to do that. Your shift should be over by now, but you're still working.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're there for the next 2 hours, so it takes you probably about like 30, 45 minutes to get through that. No, there's no events or no particularly violent crime. There's no crime that has to do with anyone that you have interacted with thus far or any of the locations.
Okay. And then I guess starting to fill out their to help them out. I see they haven't gotten back. Like, at least look like we're starting on some kind of paperwork today, even if we don't finish it.
Yeah, I mean, the one big thing would just be transcribing Nancy's confession.
Yeah, I guess we're not putting anything else in there. Yeah, I'm gonna start too, like 20 minutes worth of it.
Okay.
And I'm assuming I would have saw it, but I didn't see anything for a blue coda when I was looking through his maps at all, right?
No.
Okay.
I was gonna ask about North Washington Ave and if we see anything like that on the maps. Also, is there any markings on the maps?
No, there's no markings on the maps, and these maps are statewide, so it's hard to actually get a street name.
Is there any way I could look to anything to figure out where these certain street names could be?
If you'd like to find a map,
Do I have one from southern Minnesota?
southern Minnesota,
Yeah.
southeast Minnesota, yeah.
Yeah, could I give him that to look through too?
Yeah, that's the...
More specific one?
Do
I have a copy of the one? I don't want to open that.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's fine.
and you guys, I mean, at this point in time in history, you would have maps of pretty much every major city and like all that stuff. But the one thing to keep in mind is that North Washington Ave is a pretty common street name.
Mhm.
You start going through those maps of southeast Minnesota.
Or Minneapolis. Minneapolis.
Minneapolis?
Yeah.
What do you want to look through?
Do we have for? I mean, I'm assuming it's easier to go citywide versus statewide.
Yeah, you want to
Yeah.
start at Minneapolis?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, you start going through it. You do find a North Washington Ave.
Can I see any businesses that would be?
Not on that map.
Is there any way that I can look up businesses in Minneapolis, or would we not have access to that information?
You would need to be at the... Yeah, so if you wanted to get information on businesses in other counties and cities, you would need to go to the local assessor's office or like the county recorder's office. It's easy for Linwood, but for other cities it's a little harder.
Does this North Washington Ave back up to a T in the road?
It does.
Okay.
This is the
one
Caleb
that
and
you
Jerry
found?
show for like the next 30 minutes.
Yeah.
The one that you found was
Yeah.
back up to it.
Like this. Mm-hmm.
And it was where?
Minneapolis.
But like I did say, it is a common
Yeah.
street name.
Sure, there's one somewhere near us.
Yeah, but the blue could like
Yeah, it's not like...
it's literally
I'm
says
thinking of like
Blue
Google
Coda
Maps.
404
Like you like
North
zoom in and it's like,
Washington
oh, this business is here. It doesn't show businesses on an atlas,
No.
correct? Okay.
No.
Can we figure out the warehouse district in Minneapolis by
Oh,
any
shit.
chance? Like contacting people. Hey, where's the warehouse district? Blah, blah.
Who would you call?
I don't know. Didn't you just say that we had to go, or we could go somewhere to? Figure
Yeah, the
this out?
Minneapolis like county assessor's office.
Can
Is
I
there a
call
number?
them?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could probably find that.
Let's do it.
It's like a
Yeah.
county clerk, like a records clerk for the county, and this would particularly be for the city of Minneapolis. But yeah, you can find that number actually pretty easily.
Looking for it.
Yeah, you find it.
Okay,
Did you-
found it.
I mean, it's a stretch,
What do you
but
think?
touching anything in this area, we know we have to be careful. How are you going to phrase this?
I don't know. We could not mention that we're detectives.
No, absolutely.
What would I need information about the warehouse district for if I wasn't a detective on a case?
Looking to buy land. Looking to buy property in the city. Buy up warehouses. Old warehouses. Abandoned warehouses, maybe. And then just mention casually this North Washington Ave.
Buying property in warehouses.
Yeah.
Wouldn't we think that they were like already businesses? Like these warehouses were already owned?
Yeah, but just to get a general, is this the warehouse district? Is North Washington Ave a warehouse district? Is there a warehouse on this this corner? Maybe go through a couple streets. Unless you want me to take a crack at it.
No, I'm just wondering what the best way to go about it would be. I feel like trying to buy property, they would just end up asking a bunch of questions. Try not to get questioned, trying to just get a straight answer. I'm a delivery driver for so-and-so. I'm looking for the warehouse district in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
Minneapolis.
Got a job that's supposed to go to North Washington Ave.
Yeah, I think that's the best idea.
The warehouse is on that street. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Call him up.
Call him up.
Wait, what's your fake name?
Ralph Jones.
Let's go. What's your trucking company?
Jones and Sons Trucking Company.
Trucks by Ralph.
Phone rings. It rings like twice. Minneapolis assessors.
Hi, I was just coming down to Minneapolis soon, and I was wondering. I have a delivery. I'm a truck driver. My name is Ralph Jones, and I was wondering where the warehouse district. That is 404 North Washington Ave, or is that incorrect?
I'm sorry?
I'm looking for the warehouse district of Minneapolis.
Yeah, it's right near the center of town. You just got to take a couple of streets there. What did you say about... You said Washington Ave? North Washington Ave?
Yeah, I was wondering if that was the right address.
Of the warehouse district?
Yes.
It's in the warehouse district, but it's not... The warehouse district is like 8 blocks.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Is there anything else that I can...
No, I mean, I was just looking for a specific address.
You called the assessor's office for that?
Yeah. Thank you. Hang up.
Has it ever gone smoothly when he calls?
No.
That's why I had him call.
8 blocks? What the fuck am I supposed to say? 8
It's
blocks?
my favorite thing. I didn't think you were going to give out the exact address, but still, who gives a shit? That was funny. I love that. I would have done a very similar thing.
I was asking for
I'm looking for the warehouse district, 404 North Washington. That's the warehouse district?
I mean, I was asking for a confirmation.
Is that in the warehouse district? You said, is that the warehouse district?
Yeah.
That's one address. A district. A section. A district is a section of a city. One address is a section of a city.
Okay, well, that is the warehouse.
He got the answer.
It is in the warehouse district.
Good fucking job, Jerry. Let's
Fuck
go.
that motherfucker.
Do we have a bottle of champagne down here? I mean, the only other thing is if she knew there was some shady shit going on at 404 North Washington Ave, and then goes to check on it. Oh,
But does that pretty much confirm that that's in Minneapolis?
yeah, it confirms that it's a. Yeah.
And the one that you found, or
Yeah.
whatever.
Good detective work.
Terrible detective work, but it worked.
It did work. That's the moral of this campaign. We stumble into the answer.
Backwards and on all fours. What else are you guys doing?
Is there a radio that just goes to Davy?
No. You would have to call his office.
Oh yeah, shit.
Well, doesn't Roy have his personal number? Hey, friend.
Yeah, can I call Davy's office?
Yeah. Some time passes. Here's the thing. You guys are in that... closet, there can't be any light that comes in. And Davy explains that to you. So you guys are just sitting here for like 15 minutes, 30 minutes, 45 minutes, just like sitting here doing nothing. You can hear the phone ring. Davy just looks at you guys.
You want me to get that?
Not if you want to fuck up the pictures.
I don't want to fuck up the pictures. Okay, sit and let it ring.
Your call to Davy Jones has no answer.
What time is it now?
Now we're pushing around 7:30.
Okay. I guess I'm packing up my shit then.
Packing up your stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, Jerry, I mean, I guess if we can get in touch with him later. I guess we're with Davey now. Something I want to look into. Seems like the next big step.
Yeah, definitely. I agree. I mean, he did say if he was 50 years younger, he'd be there right now.
Seems like he did end up going there, though.
I think I'm 50 years younger.
Just might be. You good night, Jerry.
Yeah, you too. Hey. What the fuck do you think that we found in the dirt?
I don't know, but I'm happy it's not going home with me.
Me too. Alright. Jerry out.
You make your way out. Another 15 minutes pass with Davy Jones, and he says, "It should be okay to let a little bit of light in."
I mean, I don't have a reason to walk out at this point. There's no phone ringing or anything, and we're gonna wait.
Yeah, I'd like to see what the pictures look like developed, hot off the press, if you know what I'm saying.
It's gonna take another hour.
I'm actually gonna use the phone quickly, if that's alright.
Yeah.
So I can crack the door.
Yeah, just be quick.
Alright. Shuffle in, shuffle out.
Mm-hmm.
And I go and I call home.
Okay. It rings. Picks up. McNeil residence.
Is it April's voice?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, April. It's Roy.
Hey, Uncle Roy.
I'm working a little late, so you're gonna have to get lunch ready for school tomorrow yourself.
That's fine.
Okay. How you doing?
Fine.
All right. How's the chicken?
Georgie's fine.
Okay. All right. Well, listen, if there's an emergency, I'll just be here for an hour, but write this number down, and I say the phone number.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
All right. You'll have to do breakfast tomorrow yourself, too.
Fine. That's okay.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe I'll see you when I get back.
Sure.
Bye.
Click.
Head pointed, head moping at the ground, shuffle back in the dark room.
Mm-hmm.
How we looking?
More time passes. You are seasoned detectives. You are no stranger to pressure. But it's agonizing. It's awkward. It's odd. It's been 3 hours in this cramped space. Barely any words said. But time does pass. 45 minutes. Eventually 50 minutes. And the pictures begin to develop. To a state that they can be safely examined, removed from the clothesline, and look at under natural light.
Alright, so this is the first batch of photos, so the storage locker and presumably maybe a tad after.
Well, actually, so that first canister was the one that you guys sent to Minneapolis. The only pictures that you weren't able to get off of that one were the ones with that were stark white, right? The rest, Minneapolis developed for you. So actually, we can go back and say that this is the second canister of film. After that, because you already had all those pictures of the evidence
Yeah, we just
and the
took it.
cars
That's
and all
right.
that stuff. So
Okay, so what? So we were right with 3 canisters of
yes, yeah,
film on backup.
yeah, not
Okay.
4, 3.
All right, so the second canister would be
RJ?
RJ's house. Yeah, so the photo.
The picture of Dan Winters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the big incriminating one. And that whole, like, pictures from the report. Like, we didn't. If we were to write a report on that, we still have to have base pictures that we say we,
Yes.
we can pick and choose. Like, these aren't all bad pictures that are getting developed.
Yep.
For just all of them.
Mhm.
So. All right, so we look through that. I don't know, does anything seem...
Looking through them, it's nothing that you haven't already seen or that isn't in your memory. So it's not like it's like new context or anything like that. You do have pictures of the artwork in there and pictures of the scene, that was kind of his house. Other than that, I mean, nothing really sticks out. But you do have these hard pictures that you can reference to later.
The picture of Dan Winters is there, right?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, well, once everything's, like, not only good to handle, but good to, like, stack or store.
Yeah.
Which will be it.
hmm
I want to put it all in the canister, and all right, Davy, we'll be in touch tomorrow.
I'd want to, like, while I'm looking through the pictures and see the Dan Winters picture, I'm sure he saw it at this point,
Yeah.
but did he not seem to care when he was siphoning through
He
those
didn't say
pictures?
anything.
Okay.
Is it decent quality? Can you tell who it is?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Yeah. I won't say anything then either. So.
Just quietly, kind of, he's cleaning off the stuff and the chemicals and dumping some of them down the sink. But he doesn't really say much, and it is almost striking like a strictly pragmatic, just like, I said I was going to do this, I'm doing this for you. That's it. You leave?
Yeah, I thank him and then leave.
Yeah. Thanks, Davy.
Sure. I'll be here if you need me. Well, not tonight, but whatever. It doesn't matter. You know where I am.
Get home safe.
You too.
Walk out.
You get in my car, drive back to the station.
Back to the station. Anything that you do there?
Like there on the way there or whatever. I want to mention to Roy. I think we got to get him some type of compensation of some sort. I mean, Lieutenant already knows he's been doing some work for us, so I don't think it's out of pocket for us to ask just anyone at the office in the station or whoever to assess some kind of bonus or whatever for some whatever reason. I don't know, but he's been really doing a lot for us, and
Yeah.
people already know he's doing a lot for us, so it wouldn't be an issue, I don't think, to give him a little thanks.
Yeah. Lots of overtime he's putting in, and
He's putting his neck out there for us for sure.
yeah, we can sort that out. How to kind of reward him. So.
I'm gonna take these tonight, if that's okay with you.
Of course.
But I know it will make it a little more dangerous, but I think it's best. For the critical pictures, I would like to make at least a copy. Keep the copies with someone in the group, just in case something happens.
Yeah, I like that. How can we make a copy?
Photocopier?
Oh, okay. Do we have one in the department? Okay.
I just want to wait until everything is
Oh yeah.
all done.
Yeah.
'Cause there really is. There's only a few pictures that are off limits.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the entirety of Weiss's house is on
Yeah.
off limits right now. Besides that, it's only a
And the
picture.
ranch.
Well, yeah. Well, it's a couple pictures, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Make your way into the station.
Yeah.
Make your way in. It looks like the new night shift VCU has made their way in as well. Gentry comes up to you, says, I searched that trailer top to bottom and found the pills that you were looking for. They were stuffed in a mattress in the bedroom.
They were in the mattress.
Yeah, kind of like under the mattress, but like up in the fitted sheet. I don't know.
Okay. Thanks. Are they downstairs?
Yeah, here, and he holds up a bag full of pill bottles.
I take it. Thanks, Gentry. Thanks for working late.
Sure, no problem.
Have a good night.
You too. And he walks away.
I go and I grab the other bag with Sean Goss. Actually, I like pull a bottle out. Does it say Nancy's name?
Yeah, Nancy Gossman.
Okay. I go grab Sean's bag, the bag for Sean's pills, and I want to put them in, whatever evidence locker we have. So
Yeah.
Keep them in a collected area.
So here's one last conversation that I do want to have is this idea that you're having a lot of this key evidence that's just kind of like loose down in the VCU. Do you actually want to log that as official evidence and have it in like a stored facility that's actually like evidence lockup? People need to sign in and out when they access the evidence. And it's constantly manned as well.
Well, I think it depends. Like, if it's this, no.
Yeah.
Right. But
what would you like to put in, like, high-profile evidence that you want in actual lockup?
definitely the jaw. Right. And I think this can be an open discussion, right?
And also, I do want to mention that even though we didn't say it, this probably would have been the case because this is just good police work. And it's on me because I kind of forgot to mention it, but I imagine that you would have wanted certain evidence to constantly be kept safe.
Oh, yeah.
So what would that have been?
Man, okay.
What we pulled from the locker.
Yeah, everything from the locker.
I don't know if you would want to keep specific stuff from Bobby's. But things that we didn't use that are from Bobby's, maybe.
All of the Bobby's file, the files, the pictures, right?
Yeah.
They can go in there. The jaw, anything Soup Boy related can go in there. The pills can go in there.
The finger from Bobby's as well?
I mean, that's just gonna rot in there, right?
No, it's mummified to a point, dried.
Yeah, we can put it in there.
Anything Marge's?
No, those are in our file. Yeah, we got to do once the third and fourth canisters are done, then we can file with new reports for 2 or 3 different things we've done since.
With specific pictures?
Yeah, just pull out the bad ones.
Whatever grain we got, just throw it in
Okay.
the locker. And we might need that later.
And park the car in the locker.
Yeah. The box. We brought the box with us, right? Bobby's box in his room.
It's been here. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, okay, that can go in there.
Is the book going in there?
Lolita?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's all in the box.
I think everything except for Dan Winter's pictures. Anything Weiss Clay related does not go in, including this. And
Can I not have that out on a table though?
Would you have logged that in evidence?
No.
Or hid it under in a box of files that's also there?
Is there an empty desk down here?
Yeah.
Put it in the empty desk.
Okay. And I'm sorry, did you guys clock out and just you guys left?
Yeah,
left?
you don't know. I put it at my own desk.
Okay. All right. Anything else that you guys want to do at the police station?
I rummaged through Caleb's desk. No, I'm kidding. No, I'm good.
yeah, me too.
Clock out
Yeah.
and head home. Okay. With the end of another shift and the beginning of, I believe, your first night off in the VCU while working in the VCU, that is where we're going to pick up next session.
Let's go, please. We finally have a place to go.
Let's go. Going to Minneapolis.
Fuck yeah.
Thanks for listening to this episode of LFVCU, a Nasty Table production.